Yo, what's going on, gamers? Your boy, mav-rik here, and welcome back to the Daily Dose. This series where I do my best to answer all your guys' questions so you guys can get to know me, I can get to know you guys as well. And, man, guys, I kind of got to be quick today. Got a lot of work. Well, I'm saying that, right? This might be a 40-minute video, who knows. But, really quick, guys, I just want to thank you for, let me try and find these emails now, too. But I just want to thank you guys for all the love and support you guys showed to Chase and Brett yesterday. It was so awesome seeing that feedback and just the love in the comments. I love that we have that going on this channel. I watched the video for my first time, right? Because I don't usually watch these, I just make them. But I watched it last night and as I was going through the comments, and I cried again. It was just so amazing. You guys still blow me away. You guys showing support like that isn't nothing new on this channel. Me getting testimonials like that isn't nothing new on this channel, but just seeing you guys rally for them, it made me cry again. And I was like, wow, it was blown away. Someone even made a video, did like a little video prayer, put it in the comment section, and it was just awesome, man. It was awesome. So I really like the vibe and the culture that we have on these videos. There's people that was like, man, I don't believe in God, I don't believe in prayer, but I just hope things get better for you, and that was awesome to see. There's a lot of people, I know, I have friends that watch this stuff on the daily. They don't believe in God, and they're able to respectfully disagree on some things, whether it's with me or in the comment section. And, you know, even people that are disagreeing with them for not believing in God or something, you guys are doing it in a respectful way for the most part. And even just other topics, the Mike Brown, almost everything we've brought up, you guys have handled very maturely and respectfully, and I love that. You don't see that on the internet. So for us to have that as an overall culture for the most part here, I feel like we're a really good, like a little tight-knit Daily Dose family, man. And I hope you guys can be that change and that ripple to the rest of my videos and my channel in general. And then hopefully we can have this channel be a ripple for the whole community, for the gaming community, right? And because y'all know how ignorant stuff can be, so that would be cool if we can actually have a channel that when you just go to the videos and then you look in the comments, you just notice something's different about this channel. I wouldn't say we're there yet, but that would be awesome. If we can get the rest of my comment section to look like this Daily Dose stuff, that'd be amazing. So who knows, maybe at the end of this 365-day thing, we have something like that. Let me find these emails. But yeah, I just want to thank you guys for that. I appreciate y'all. Alright, I'm going to try something. I'm going to try and fly through these questions, give shortest answers as possible. It depends. I haven't read any of these yet, though, so I don't know. Looks like we left off here. My man Darren said, how do you dabble on them packs? Clench your butt cheeks and hope for the best. Jeffrey, hey man, I've been scammed a million times trying to sell coins or BCA edition or BCA limited edition McCoy. You seem as legit as they come. Oh, he's basically saying if I want to buy a card. No, thank you, man. I appreciate it though. Salvador, hey man, let me just start by saying you're the best Madden player. No, I'm not. Not even close. Thank you. I'm glad you think so, though. Speaking of, I played my man T-Raw yesterday. For those that don't know T-Raw is Madden Mastermind, La Familia. One of the dudes I'm closest with on this internet thing. Someone that I do consider like a brother. T-Raw's like me and T-Raw got that dope relationship. He's like, so like GS, Dream Killers, T-Raw, all dudes that I consider literally like brothers. We've talked about so many different things. We've gotten to know each other over the years. GS is like my sugary, the nice brother. He's just a nice one, wants to be nice to everyone all the time. He wants to just sit down, eat marshmallows, and talk about fairy tales all day, right? Dream is the deep, financial-minded business one, right? We talk a lot of deep stuff on that because he's had businesses. I'm real into business. He's into finances. Like, we go deep and we're on that level. And T-Raw's the ride or die annoying one that you want to fight all the time, right? That's mine and T-Raw. Like if we were all a big family of brothers, right? Me and T-Raw would be the ones in the backyards boxing every day. And for that fact, I hate losing to him in Madden the most. But he's like the one I've almost never beat in Madden. But anyway, I actually got to hang out with him I was in AZ, you know, y'all know, a couple months ago, and me and him actually linked up. That was cool too. And that was actually our first time linking up, but because we had been, you know, hanging out and getting to know each other over the last 2 years, like, it wasn't weird. Like, it didn't feel like our first time hanging out. You would have thought it was, like I said, we were legit brothers. And so I hit him up yesterday because I've been slacking on Madden lately. I've been on cruise control. You know, the MUT competition isn't all that, and I'm not at like the highest string on MUT yet, so I'm not playing like really good players, but I'm getting up there. So I hit him up. I was like, you know, what's the voodoo nowadays? Like, what are you running? What's hot? Because I haven't been following that stuff. I don't know. And so he was like, yeah, no doubt, man. He showed me some A gaps. He showed me some run D, some real good stuff, and I was like, ooh wee, because T-Raw's probably legit. A lot of people know him. If you guys don't know who he is, just follow our live stream, twitch.tv/Madden Mastermind. Just go to that, twitch.tv/Madden Mastermind. He's the only one that streams on there, and you'll see. He won the big MUT Invitational that EA had, and a lot of people consider him hands down the best MUT player. Of course, that's debatable, like everything is, but for people to even consider that, like, he's actually good. And I'm talking about people that actually play Madden on a high level consider him that. A lot of people consider me to be the best Madden player in the world, but that's because I got a lot of fans from YouTube that don't really know that there's a whole deep tournament community out there. So I'm talking like he gets a lot of respect. And so he was showing me all the voodoo and everything, and I was like, good look. And I was like, you know what, let's play. Let's play. And then he beat me by like 3 or 7 or 14. Maybe it was 21. I don't know. It doesn't matter, right? Yeah, he beat me by like 21, I think. But and so yeah, I'm not the best Madden player. I gotta get some with T-Raw on here. And he put out a tweet last night. He was like, so just played iMav, and let's just say he needs to pray a little bit more at church. I hate him. But yeah, so I'm not the best. I'm sorry. I'm supposed to be going quick. That was a little rant. I was wondering, will you play any other Madden gamers? That's funny that you had. That's actually your question. Maybe besides Mr. Golden Sports, you could play D-Coop or Cullenberger. It's always fun seeing you dominate others, but it would also be fun seeing a competitive opponent. Not saying your videos are boring or that they're always playing chumps, because again, you're a beast. Okay, well, thank you for reading my opinion, and have an excellent day. Good stuff, man. That's funny you actually said that. So yeah, me and T-Raw played. It was at like midnight, so I didn't record it, didn't put it on YouTube. I've actually played a lot of the bigger YouTubers that you guys know, and we just haven't posted it. And we haven't played a game for YouTube, but we will. And this is probably good for, well, when you're first coming up in Madden or anything, I don't know if you want to do stuff like this, but for us, we're not dumb, especially us that know each other and we talk. We know you guys want to see these games between us. Our comments are always full of it. But we're going to be strategic about when we post it, right? We're going to post a couple a year against each other so that you guys are thirsty enough, but then we still get those big matches because they're good for us. Because, like, let's say there's, for example, you guys, I'm not too sure who D-Coop is. I heard the name. I know I'm not going to disrespect him like that. I know I've heard the name, but I feel like he's a 2K guy. But again, no disrespect for any of the other bigger guys. I'm not as hip to all the big guys, or even just the channels in general, because I don't search and actively watch like I used to. But for example, like me and Cullenberger, there's a benefit for both of us there, because I'm sure there's subs that I have that don't know about him, and there's subs he has that don't know about me. Probably more so people that don't know about me than him, because he's bigger than me. But when we play, we can shout each other out, and then we get a new group of subs, right, from those from the shout out in the video. Now, well, first off, okay, this is gonna start a little rant, because there's a lot that goes into that though. So there's that benefit there. So all of us big channels, there's a benefit for that. There's obviously no benefit for me playing like a 10,000 sub channel, a 20, 30, 40, even maybe a 50,000 sub channel. But a lot of us have played and we haven't posted it yet, or haven't played a game to post, because you got to be strategic, man. It's a good thing that you guys are thirsty for those matches and you want them so bad, and then they finally will happen. And then you're like, yes, do a rematch tomorrow, next week. And then we're like, nah, you're going to wait some months or maybe a year. And that's actually good. Now, One thing I won't do, I can only speak for myself here. I'm very hard-headed, and I hate being told what to do. Probably why I'm not good at having bosses, right? I won't become that puppet that, like, my subs just send to play every commentator. I'm definitely want to play all the bigger ones. Like, and when I say big, I'm talking 100,000 and over, close to 100,000, because we're getting a lot of guys hitting 100,000 now, or a decent amount of guys. I want to do those 3, 4, 5 big games a year. But because of where I'm at now, I have zero part of me that wants to be the best Madden player. Zero. I'm okay with not being. I don't care with everyone thinking I'm sucking. I just want to make good videos that entertain people, and I don't need to be the best Madden player or even be considered the best to do that. So if you consider me to be the best, that's fluke. That's not my intentions. In fact, I start almost all my videos saying I'm not the best Madden player. So I'm not going to become this guy where it's like, all right, I play these big guys, and let's say I am somewhat decent and I beat all the big guys, the big YouTubers. And you guys got to realize, you said something like it would be good to see like a competitive game. Just because we're the most viewed YouTube channels, it doesn't mean we're the best. I legit know of smaller YouTube channels that are way better than some of us bigger guys, but that's almost something that the smaller channels don't realize. It's not about being the best, and sometimes they'll try to build their channel off being the best. You got to realize, someone could call me out right now, like a smaller channel. You could have 10 subscribers right now, right? Be undefeated, never lost in Madden, and we play and you blow me out by 60, and my video's still going to be better than yours. There's a really good chance at that, right? And there's a mix. I think you should be decent at the game, right? And that's always my goal, to remain decent so I can be at least competitive against the majority of people. But it's not about being the best. So if you're an upcoming Madden YouTuber, that might be a good thing for you to realize. The tip channels are never the biggest channels in Madden. Really in anything, like that whole tip route being the best at the game, there is a need for that, and there's a niche for it, but that's not going to get you to superstardom or make you the best. And so with that being said, I'll never be that puppet to where it's like, oh, you beat this guy? Okay, now beat this guy. Oh, you beat this guy? Well, I bet you can't beat this guy. He's better than you. Oh, and then you play this guy, and I'm just this little puppet that you guys are just making play everyone. Never. Never gonna happen. I promise y'all. Partly because of my hard-headedness, but then also just because I'm not gonna do that. Like, not that I... And it's definitely not because I feel like I'm better or I'm above or I don't... You know what I mean? I want to do my series where I shout those smaller channels out and I can help them. But I'm not just going to be this puppet that has something to prove and play everyone. I'm not. Y'all done got your boy messed up if you think that's ever going to happen. But, like I said, those bigger matches, I want to make those happen because I think those are entertaining, even for me. Cullenberger, Wiza, GS, Cookie Boy, all these big channels that are around 100,000, I want to make that happen. As far as Cullenberger, though, I gotta reach out to him. He's probably one of the bigger MUT guys that I don't have a relationship with, even if it's a small one, like as far as knowing him and talking to him every now and then. So that'd be cool to do, get to know him, reach out to him. From what I've seen, though, like I've seen his videos, and I think we have a different style, though. He's more sim and I'm more freestyle, so I don't know if that would affect his willingness to play. It might not be a fun game for him because I do send like those blitzes and all that stuff. And maybe I'll have another rant on sim versus freestyle in another video, but yeah. But I'm open to it. Definitely open to it. That would be fun. Y'all just got to realize we will space them out. Let's say I don't care whether I win or lose. I play Mr. Golden Sports, whatever. We play and I lose, I'm going to sit on that. Like, I'm cool with that. We might do rematches every now and then, you know what I mean? But it's not just going to be like we got to keep y'all thirsty, man. Got to keep y'all thirsty. But of course, there will be smaller channels too that I will play just because they're friends of mine. Like, I'm going to get stuff with T-Raw for sure, because I think he's legit the best player I've played. Dream Killers, of course. He's on the Madden Mastermind channel. Monster Chappie. People that are my friends that I know are really good, I'm going to play too. So, yeah, good question, man. We definitely want to do that stuff. And we like to do that stuff towards the end of the year. Just to keep things interesting. Once the season starts to die, it gives us stuff to look forward, stuff to for you guys to look forward to, and gives us that boost of views and content and excitement in the drier parts of the year. But good question, man. Oh, where we at? Oh, and another reason I can't have nothing to prove. If y'all knew how many people tried to call me out on the daily, I could literally turn my PlayStation on right now and go through my PSN messages. Bruh, I just seen your video. You ain't ish. I would F your mama and beat you at the same time. You suck. Like, bruh. Oh, where did I leave off? Hunter. Salvador, good question, man. All right. Next we have, I saw you were wanting to do Q&As that you could rant about. So, how do you see the Arizona Cardinals doing for the remainder of the season without Carson Palmer? Will their defense be the key, or will the backup fill the role? Hope that will get you ranting. Have a blessed day, Harrison. Unfortunately, I don't know if that's much of a rant question. I would say I think they'll do all right. They're a playoff team, but I don't see them going far. Definitely don't see them as legit Super Bowl contenders, but I would say the same about my Eagles. I think they're really good, talented teams, but they just don't have quite enough to be legit Super Bowl contenders. And that would be with or without Carson Palmer. Good question. Sean asked, "Hey, Mav. My name is Sean. Love your vids, brother." Brethren, in his Chase Money voice. My question is, Chase is someone too I want to play with. Cool dude. We gotta play some Call of Duty. My question is, what is your favorite sponsor you've got on your channel, and what sponsor you'd love to have? For example, Monster Gaming, Elgato, Machinima. Thanks. Keep owning. G1GB. Well, yeah, I kind of talked about this in an earlier episode, but I don't have any sponsors besides my coin sponsors, and I'm open to any sponsorship. Let's get a controller sponsorship. I know there's like the Big Shot Mods, right? They haven't got at me. Maybe because we're getting at 100K, we might start to see some more sponsorship deals. I know there's a lot of different gaming stuff, like the Cyber PC. There's all those different people. I don't know how to get them to sponsor me. Maybe we got to spam them like we did Sparkling Ice. Should we try that? I don't know. We'll spam everyone. There's Elgato. Who else? There's a lot of them. Just they've never reached out to me. Hopefully soon though, right? But I'm open to every sponsorship. We'll get a monitor sponsor, a phone sponsor, controller. We'll get a beverage sponsor. This is sparkling cider. We'll get a hat sponsor. We'll get we'll get Hamilton Beach to sponsor. I got their refrigerator. We'll get that carpet sponsorship, that chair sponsorship, them short sponsorship. Someone could sponsor my left butt cheek. No homo. Well, no. I probably wouldn't go that far. I'd sponsor my weenus. This is your weenus, right? Get that weenus sponsorship, right? I do that. I'm open to all types of sponsorships, but you know what I mean? As long as they fit, you know what I mean? It's something I can actually rock with. I'm definitely like, let's say someone were to sponsor me like that wasn't ice. So let's say someone were to sponsor me with a brand new beverage that I had never drank before. I would try it out, and as long as I didn't think it tastes like poison, I'm okay with being like, hey y'all, we're sponsored by this dope drink, check them out. But one thing I won't do is just be like, oh, I love this stuff. This is so delicious. I drink this every day. I love it. If I don't really do that, like sparkling ice, some people will still like see the sparkling ice in my videos and like, oh, I see you trying to get that sponsorship, and that's not the case. That was just legit my favorite drink, right? And so I'm still gonna drink it because they said no on the sponsorship, but I'll have it. So you guys don't ever have to worry about that. If I recommend you to something, I'm okay with recommending you with something that I don't use, that I don't, you know what I mean? Like, I could get sponsored by Nintendo, right? And I don't even really play my Nintendo, so I don't use it. I'm not a consumer of it, but I have no problem being paid to share that with you. But you guys won't see me on here being like, oh, Nintendo is the best gaming system ever. I love it just because they paid me. So as long as they're cool with me doing, upfront sponsors or just being like, yo, like buy cheap mud coins. They're my coin sponsors. I let them know. I'm like, yo, can I mention at the beginning of every video that you guys are sponsoring me, that they know this is a sponsored ad? Because I'm not going to be like, hey, buy, oh, I'm going to check them out, make sure they're legit. So I've used them to make sure they actually do what they say they do. But I don't go buy coins on the daily. I spend my money on the packs, although I think the coins is a better investment most of the time. But I like the entertainment aspect. I get paid off for the views from the pack opening videos, so that just makes more sense, right? So I don't go buying coins, but I'm paid to share that with you guys. So I'm okay with that. But y'all don't, and that's something I would consider like a sellout. You guys don't ever have to worry about that. Me being like, oh, this is the best pen in the world, I use it every day. If I do say something like that, it's because I mean it, and it's the truth, and I just so happen to be sponsored as well. But you know what I mean, if not, I'll just be like, yo, y'all need to check out this sponsor. I might have some bullet points I'll have to share, like, yeah, look at the ergonomic design. It's got a one-click system. You click it once and it pops out. Whoa, check them out at buythispen.com. Like, I'll do that, right? But y'all won't see me be like, oh yeah, that's the best pen in the world, if it really is something I've never used. So yeah, get it, people, man. Tell them to sponsor me, man. I'll get a sausage sponsorship. That's a little borderline, you know what I mean? I don't necessarily play for that team, you know. I don't, but I'll get a I might get made fun of for a sausage sponsorship, but if it's good enough, man, I'll be slanging these sausages, man. You better believe. I better get this sausage in your life. So yeah, good question, Sean. But yeah, I don't have any other sponsors. As far as ones that I would like, I don't know, because I don't really know what's out there. I don't know how the Monster Gaming, the Elgato, the Astro, I don't know if those are like sponsorships to where you get paid, or if they just send you free stuff. No one's really offered to send me free stuff either. But as the channel grows, I'm sure we'll get more slanging sausages. I'm sure we'll get more opportunities, man. Definitely. Where are we at? I actually, now that I think about it, I don't know. If someone came to me and they were like, man, we will give you X amount of thousands for this sausage sponsorship. What would the slogan be? I don't know, man. Y'all done got me all the way jacked up thinking about that. Alright. Hashtag sausage sponsorship. Christopher. Hey, Mav, can you answer this with your wife? Well, okay. She's not here. So we'll save this one. Oh, it sounds like a good one too, man. You're going to school. Basically, you look like you're struggling to find balance on stuff, so you got a lot on your plate. So yeah, I'll save this one, man. We'll answer this with wifey. Hunter. Let's do this as the last one, probably. Mav, one thing that makes you one of my favorite YouTubers is your honesty, and that you aren't afraid to glorify God at any time. What is testimony that you have been through, and what did you learn from it? Much love, a big fan, Hunter. Hunter, I've been through a lot. Some of the testimonies have actually came out just through different questions that you guys have asked. I don't know that I could just be put on the spot and come up with the biggest one. But I think that's something you guys will get to learn throughout this series as you guys ask specific questions, and if it's a story that relates, I'll share it. But probably the biggest thing, like a lifelong struggle I've had, has probably been money. Grew up broke. If there's a way to be broke, and I'm talking, we're talking American, right? You live in the United States, that type of broke. There's a whole nother lifestyle of poverty when we're talking third world country, these kids in Africa, the Philippines, stuff that I've never experienced, and I probably never will. And so I know there's people that's had it a lot worse than me, so I'm not even trying to touch on that, but or even try to compare myself to that is what I meant to say. And so, but as far as, you know what I mean, being broke in the United States, I've done it. I know what it's like. Any bill you can have in your house and it can be turned off, it's been turned off before. I'm talking light bills, water bills, gas bills. I know what it's like to go to sleep, not have any lights on. Walk into a room, you just naturally turn the lights on and then it don't come on. Having to have candles. I know what it's like to have your gas or your gas off in the wintertime, not being able to heat your house up, being under like 50 different blankets. I know what it's like to have the water off. Do you know what it's like when your water's off and you gotta go poop? and you can't just flush the toilet. You got to get other water, lift up the little thing, pour it up to fill it, and then flush it. Literally growing up, I remember having to go to our neighbor's house. We used to, like, you know those water coolers, right? So like when you, like, if you go to like the doctors or something, you like pull the thing and you get a cup of water, and there's those big water jugs above that, right? We used to have to keep those in the house, and either we have to go to like Walgreens and use like the quarters for some dollars to get like to fill a couple of those up, so we could have drinking water and water to like cook, and that's cooking if the electricity was on too. And then we'd have to have some that we'd go to our neighbor's house and use their hose to fill it up, and then like when you use the bathroom and you want to flush the toilet, you got to pour some of that back in the toilet and then flush it, and then it will flush. You know, having to brush your teeth in bowls because it won't just come out the faucet. What else? Again, whatever combination of those being cut off. There was times where things went good for with my mom. We'd have cable for a little bit, but I know what it's like to have cable cut off. What used to suck for me is our cable used to always get cut off like just before a season finale or something. I used to watch a lot of MTV growing up, so I'd watch like the Road Rules or Real World Challenges or even just Real World. And I get into the show, I'm loving it, and it'd be like season finale next week. I come home from school, season finale, turn up. And then your cable box, back in the day when you knew it was off, your cable box would have the time on it. You'd look at your cable box and it would just have lines on it. That's when you knew your cable was off. And I'd be like, dang it! Why would I have to get into the season and then it gets cut off right before the season finale? So I know what it's like to not have cable. I know what it's like to not get new school clothes going into a new year. I know what it's like to have to go through a whole school year and having 2 pants and like a couple shirts. And people bring up like, dang, didn't you have that on a couple days ago? I know what that's like. I know what it's like to not get anything for Christmas. I know what it's like to wake up, have your mom. You can literally hear your mom in the next room crying all night Christmas Eve because she couldn't afford to get you anything. And then you wake up and then she cries all of Christmas because she wasn't able to get you anything. I know what it's like for your mom meaning well, so she'll take you to the store. You guys will put some stuff on layaway and you're excited to get it for Christmas. And then because, you know, she had to choose between Christmas presents or food, she wasn't able to get you nothing. There was one time my mom got me like a board game, and that's it for Christmas. She had to get it like on sale. And of course, let's be real, right? I never told her this, but of course no kid wants a board game. When she asked me to do my Christmas list, I had like, this was the year the Dreamcast came out. I had all that stuff on my list. There's a lot of stuff I wanted, electronics and stuff. I didn't want a board game, but that's all she could get me. And this actually about to make me cry thinking about it. My heart always goes out to people that struggle financially because I've been through it. And this is the time where my mom and my dad were divorced. And so my dad was actually able to afford to get me the Dreamcast. And he used to do a lot of things and hold stuff over my mom's head. And so when he brought it over for Christmas, me and my mom were living in an apartment. He was still living in the house that we used to live in before they got divorced. And we were the ones that ended up leaving. And we were in an apartment. And he came over and, you know, I appreciated the game, the Dreamcast. But he was just trying to, I think I was 8. I was 8 or 9 because that's when we lived in this apartment. And he came over trying to be like a little big shot, like, oh, look what I got. He was making my mom feel bad that he was able to get it, and she got me a board game. And I remember the board game she got me was like a little 6-in-1 thing. So it had that little game where you would like take the little stones, you know what I mean, and you drop them in the little things, and then you end it, and you have to scoop them up and then drop them, and then you like open it, and then it had checkers, and it had chess, and it had some other things. And I remember her crying and just being so embarrassed to give it to me. She didn't even wrap it. And one thing I was at, and sometimes I get frustrated with other youngsters that are like ungrateful, because sometimes parents will try their hardest, and I know what it's like as a parent. It sucks when you can't afford to get your kids everything they want, right? And so, but I always knew that growing up. I knew the situation we were in, so I never, not once, made my mom feel bad. Even though there was a lot of times we ate stuff I didn't want to eat. I didn't get stuff I wanted to get. I was embarrassed with a lot of things we had to do. I was embarrassed of our car. And so I remember she gave it to me, and he came over, and, you know, he was you know, he wasn't being mean to me. He always loved me. Wasn't the best father. That's for another video. But he was just trying to, of course, rub it in her face. And I remember I refused to play it. In my soul, as an 8-year-old, did I call it Gamecast earlier? Or did I say it right? The Dreamcast, right, came out. So I remember he had got me the new NFL 2K that came out. I think the basketball was out. There's like this little skateboarding game, and I had looked up all the games. I had been getting the Game Informer magazines. I was so excited for it because I was hoping my mom would get it for me. And then, so I knew all the games he got me. I wanted to play it so bad, but I refused. I sat there and the entire Christmas, I just played that board game with my mom. I played it with my pops a little bit. I think my older brother came over. I played with him, and I literally faked it. I faked like I was having the time of my life. And actually, at one point, I actually was. That might have been one of the best Christmas, believe it or not, because it wasn't about the electronics, and even it wasn't about as much as what all could you guys get from me. And that was a pretty big lesson to learn as an 8-9-year-old. And you know, my older brother came over. We were still competitive back then, and I remember playing with my mom, and I just remember by the end of the day, you know, she had finally stopped crying, and she was honestly having fun, and she was okay with it. And then because she thought she bought me like the clutchest gift ever, because of course she didn't think I was gonna like it at first, but by the end of the day, she was like, "Oh, he loves it! Wow, I'm so amazed!" And then I was playing up how much I liked it, obviously. But you know, it got her through the day and stuff like that. But and to be honest, I don't know if I ever touched it after that day. I was on that Dreamcast, something serious. But yeah, I know what it's like to not get stuff. I know what it's like to have my brakes on my car squeaking, and you hate getting dropped up. You hate getting dropped off to school. I would legit tell my mom to drop me off around the corner sometimes. And then I know I said that one day, and I just saw the embarrassment on her face, and I heard it made her, and I never said it again. But you pull up to school, like, you know, there's like a little line for school, and like parents drop the kids off, and then there's a bunch of kids waiting out in front, just hanging out, and then your car comes up. As the brakes are squeaking, because they're grinding literally on the rotor, right? Because the brakes are just worn out and you can't afford to get new ones. And then everyone's just minding their business, and they hear the little and everyone's looking, and you get out the car and everyone's looking at you, and you're like, "All right, Mom, I love you." I know what that's like, yo. I know what all that's like. I don't even know what I've said. I know what it's like to not know what I'm gonna eat in the morning, know how I'm gonna feed my kids in the morning. I know all that. I've been through a lot. So it's nothing but glory to God. If you guys saw the house tour that we did, where we're at now. So, and I do believe, because I do believe that's because God really shaped my mindset towards finances. Because I do believe I'm gonna have my hands on a nice piece of change one day. Or should I say in abundance. And because of what I've been through, it's not gonna faze me. I've always been very humble, but of course, one thing, y'all don't got to worry about money ever changing me. I mean, I've actually had a lot of money with marketing before, so I've been very successful with marketing. And because of what I've been through, I really don't have that fear of going back, because I've been the brokest of the broke, and I know how to still be happy without it. A lot of people don't know how to be happy without money. And so, my wife and I know what it's like to not have money to go on dates, not have money to buy each other gifts. That's why she's ride or die too. That's why she's wifey for real, because she's been with me when I've been broke. And so I'm blessed now that I'm able to take care of her a little bit now. But we know what it's like to not be able to go out and even go to the movies. So we know what it's like to have our date nights have to be in the house every single date night, and watch the same DVDs over and over again because we don't have cable. We know what it's like. My wife and I know what it's like to not have a living room set, to have to sit on the floor because we couldn't afford for couches, or our couches got taken away that we were paying on, and we were 2 payments away, but they snatched it. We just know what it's like, right? So because we've been through that, it's really shaped our mindset, and we have this mindset towards helping people. And speaking of, all right, I was, and I've rambled, so we're gonna end this, but that just kind of goes into like my heart and I don't know if I'm gonna speak on it. Alright, we'll see. Maybe next video. I want to try to do something for the holidays, guys. Maybe I'll just say it. And I've been going back and forth in my head. I'm kind of bringing it up late, but I wanted to try and do something. And I wanted to do it last year, and I chickened out, and I'm mad at myself. And it's coming around again this year, and I'm scared I might chicken out again. So let me just say it. I want to do something for like some youngsters or homeless people, something locally. And I wanted to see if I could maybe raise money online, use my channel, right? So I want to do, you know, I could do my live streams, of course, and donations could go to that. I want to mention it in videos, have a donation link. And whether it's we go out and I buy presents for a bunch of kids with all the money I raised, and I can actually, me and wifey can go and film it, and you guys can actually see us giving the gifts to the youngsters. Or maybe it's just, you know, getting a few homeless people and just giving them a good holidays. Maybe we pay for them to get in a hotel, give them some clothes, just because, you know, they're probably expecting their holidays to be spent on the streets. We could take them off the streets, just give them a good time. And that's something I've wanted to do, like I said, ever since last year. And so yeah, I'll just throw it out there. If y'all got ideas on that, and if you think you would support that, let me know in the comment section, and I might try and scramble something together. If someone knows of a website that I could use that'll help me raise the money, because I could just use my PayPal link, but I kind of want to do something that can track it and something that people will trust. Because I know off the bat a lot and of course I'm not stupid, but I know you guys have nothing to worry about. But I know there's people that won't trust it. They're like, oh, it's going straight to his PayPal. How do we know all the money's going to the people, right? So I'd rather just have something that's like a third-party fundraising type website. But I need you to be able to withdraw the money quickly, because I remember trying to do this last minute last year, and it was like, yeah, after you raise your money, it might take 7 to 10 days for you to withdraw it. And I'm like, I got 2 weeks. I want to try and do it for 2 weeks, and I need the money maybe the day before, so I can have enough time to raise it and then still get it to these kids in time. So it's the 1st of December. Maybe we can put something together. I don't know. Y'all let me know if y'all be willing to do that. Little mav-rik fam, I don't know how much we could raise, and it's one of them things where it's like, I tell you, I do be feeling scared about some stuff. It might flop. We might raise $100, might raise $1,000. We might be able to raise $5,000, $10,000. I don't know. We might just have to try and maybe fail. But and it's in a situation like that, there's really no way to fail if you get something right, because it's gonna be a blessing for the kids. So that's what I'm leaning towards, either the kids, and again, so you guys wouldn't be donating to something that you would see locally for you. You would be helping kids around where I live. But the reason I want to do that, instead of just raise money and like send a check to like a foundation or something, I want to be able to film it. And of course I could film me giving the check to someone, but I want to be able to film, you know what I mean, the whole thing. So yeah, just something I was thinking about. Let me know if you guys would be interested in that. I know I kind of rambled. I feel like I should answer this, but I don't know who it is. So let me know in the comment section if you think you could get behind that. And then I don't know, maybe we'll launch it. I've been really close to chickening out, so maybe it's good that I said something. Maybe you guys can hold me accountable to it. But again, I would just need as many days in December as we could raise, and then preferably, like, if I gotta withdraw the money 10 days before, that's cool. But that means we could only raise money till, the 14th or the 10th, something like that. So I want to have as many days to raise it. So y'all let me know. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Y'all be easy. Question of the day. Question of the day. This is random. When was the last time that you cried? Saying that I cried, my last time was last night. When was the last time that you cried? Did you break your arm? I'm thinking everyone here has cried at one point because someone was a baby. So there's probably someone here that hasn't cried in years. Let me know the last time you cried. Appreciate y'all rocking with your boy. Y'all be easy. I'm out. Till next time. God first. God bless.